Hi, my name's Emily, if you're new here. If you're a regular on this channel, then welcome back. Today I have a really nice little sequence for you, which is a twisting sequence with a few warrior poses thrown in. So it's great for full body, both strength, flexibility, and a little bit of balance as well. Really nice all-round practice. We're going to begin in an extended child's pose. So come down onto the knees. Take the big toes together to touch, the knees just a little bit wider than the hips, or even as wide as your mat if that's comfortable. Sit your hips back towards your heels and then stretch out the arms in front, keeping the hands as wide as your mat, and let your forehead come down to rest. So if it's not comfortable to bring your forehead all the way down to the mat, you can either bring your hands under the forehead like this, or you can just grab a cushion and place that there to give yourself a bit more comfort and to lift the ground up to you. So just let your body then soften into this new shape with the hips and the shoulders both opening up and a nice gentle stretch through the back. Try to make your breath a bit more full now, so make your inhalation a little bit longer, taking more breath in, and make the exhalation a little bit longer, really emptying the lungs. The nice thing about starting in this child's pose is it helps us to take our focus inward. With the head down, the eyes closed, we can really focus on the sound of the breath. We can notice how the body feels, and we can tune out anything around us that might be distracting. Now lift your head slightly and take your hands over to the right, reaching across so the hands come off the mat. We're looking to get a nice stretch down the left side of the body. So keep the hips sitting back towards the heels. Reach the fingertips away as far as you can and then let the head go between the arms. Take another really full breath. And we'll lift the head slightly, walk the hands back through the centre and take them across to the other side. Again, reach away with the fingertips and then let the head release down between the arms. Come back to those full, deep breaths. And lift the head, take the hands back through to the centre, and we'll lift up onto the knees and onto the hands, bringing the hands directly under the shoulders now. Keep the knees just a little bit wider than hip distance apart, big toes stay together. And then we're going to lift up the right hand, reach it up to the sky, taking our first twist in this sequence. We'll turn the chest towards the right, spread out the fingers and reach up. Take another breath in, reach up even higher. Then as you exhale, bring this hand down and coming into thread the needle pose. So this right hand is going to go under the left arm, threading all the way through, reach as far as you can, and then bring this right shoulder and the head down onto the mat. So the right shoulder and the head are both resting on the mat. That right arm that's reached all the way through is resting on the ground with the palm facing up. Then once you arrive here, just notice where your shoulders are. And what we want to do is create some more length through the neck. So draw your shoulder blades down your back, so the shoulders are reaching down away from the ears. One more breath. Then we'll press down through the left palm, slowly peeling this right arm back up. We'll take it all the way back up to the ceiling. Open up the chest, take a breath in. And then exhale, float that hand back down onto the mat. And take it to the other side, so left arm reaches up now. Open up into this twist, spread out through the fingers, reach up as though you're trying to touch the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are. Take another breath in, reach up even higher. And then exhale, start to bring this hand down, we're threading it under the right arm, turning towards the right. Bring that left shoulder down, bring the head down. And then again, once you arrive here, just shrug the shoulders down the back. Make the breath as full as you can. And then press down into the right palm. Slowly peel that left arm up, all the way back up to the sky as you inhale. And then exhale, bring it back down to the mat. Bring the knees under the hips, so they're hip distance apart again now. Tuck the toes, just sit back towards the heels for a moment. Give the feet a nice little stretch. Give the wrists a break as well, so if it feels good, you can gently roll the wrists around. Reach your arms or your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down towards the ground and then back away from you. Reach back with the hands. 2 more breaths here. You can untuck the toes if you need to. Be kind and gentle with your body. Then release the hands, come forwards, and we'll lift up to downward facing dog. So as you lift the hips up, you can start to pedal the feet, reaching one heel and then the other down to the mat, stretching out into the calves and the hamstrings. Pay attention to how you're breathing and notice if there's any difference when you invert. So when you take your head lower than your heart, does it change how you breathe in any way? Nice, then we'll bend the knees, look forwards to the hands and take a nice easy walk up to the top of the mat. We'll come into this kind of ragdoll forward fold position, so bring a generous bend into the knees, let the belly just rest on the thighs and let the arms hang down. Let go of your head. Gently nod the head as if you're saying yes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. And then shake the head as if you're saying no. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Then very slowly we'll press down into the feet and roll up the spine. Climbing up all the way up to stand in mountain pose, Tadasana. Turning the palms to face forwards. Reach the arms out wide, inhale as you stretch up to the sky and touch the palms together overhead. Exhale, soften your knees and bring the hands all the way down, back to a forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway, slide your hands up to your shins, shrug your shoulders down your back. Exhale as you soften back down into this forward fold. Then step your right foot back, lower your knee down to the mat, come into this low lunge. Lift the hands up onto the thigh. Just find your balance here first. Draw the shoulders down, press the knee forwards. So we're really sinking down and opening out the hips. If it feels safe and comfortable, you can take the arms up to the sky. If that's a little too much on your hips or your lower back, just keep the hands on the thigh for a little bit more support there. Just be honest with yourself about what your body needs. Sometimes we let the ego drive and we reach up even though it might be putting a little bit of strain on the lower back. Our yoga practice is trying to teach us to ignore the ego and to go with what is honest and true. And so if that is taking the gentler option sometimes, then that's a really good practice to get into. Okay. Now we'll bring the hands down. We're going to place the right hand down onto the mat and lift the left arm up into a twist. So we're turning the chest to look to the left. Again, spread out the fingers, reach up high. And then we're going to lift up onto the tips of the fingers of this right hand that's on the ground. Press down through that front foot and see if you can lift up. So we're still turning the chest to the left, we're still in this twist, but we've now lifted up. So no hands on the ground. And try taking this left hand down to the back leg. So it's just touching wherever it reaches there. And take the right hand up to the sky. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down, kind of windmill the arms up and over. Nice. And then step through into a plank, or you can lower your knees for a half plank. Again, be honest with what your body needs. Take a breath in. And then exhale to lower down to your belly. Release your toes back and inhale to lift your heart into cobra. Again, draw the shoulders down the back. Exhale to release. Tuck the toes and lift up to downward facing dog. You might find you need to step the feet forwards a couple of inches as you come here from that plank alignment. Notice your breath. Then we'll try lifting the right leg to three-legged dog, keeping that leg straight and just lifting it as high as it goes. Take a breath in. Exhale as you step that foot forwards between the hands, or as far forwards as it will go. And then bring the left foot up to meet it. If there's a little bit further to go to get to the top of your mat, just take a few more steps, that's fine. And we come back into this ragdoll position with a bend in the knees, the arms hanging down, and the belly resting on the thighs. Let go of the head, take another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And slowly we'll roll up the spine again. Coming back up to stand. Into Tadasana. Inhale to reach the arms wide and up overhead. Exhale, soften the knees, come back down to your forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway, slide the hands up the shins, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale to lower. Step the left foot back and come down into this low lunge. Again, lift the hands up onto the thigh to begin with. Let the shoulders relax. Reach that knee forwards so the hips sink down. And again, see what you prefer. Hands on the thigh or arms reaching up. Take another breath in. And then exhale to bring the hands down. We'll place the left palm onto the mat. Reach the right arm up to the sky, turning the chest, opening into this twist. Reach up, spread out the fingers. And from here, we're lifting onto the tips of the fingers of this left hand. Press down into the front foot and see if you can rise up into this twist. And bring this right hand at the back down to the leg and reach the left arm up. Reach up high, take a breath in. And then exhale, bring the arms up and over and step back through to plank. Nice and strong here, press the ground away. Reach the shoulders forwards and press the heels back. Take another breath in. And then exhale down to the belly. Point the toes back. Inhale to cobra, lift the chest. Draw the shoulders down the back. Exhale to release. Then tuck the toes and press back up to downward facing dog. Again, you might need to just step the feet in an inch or two as you come here from plank. Then we'll lift the left leg for three-legged dog. Point the toes, straighten that leg. Just one breath in. And then exhale to step that foot forwards and bring the right foot up to meet it. Again, let the arms hang down, soften the knees. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then press down through the feet, slowly rolling up the spine. Come back to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Okay, here we go. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Step the right foot back, this time big step back and turn the toes out to 90 degrees. We're coming up to warrior two. Keep a big bend in this left knee and rise up, opening out the arms towards the front and back of the mat with the palms facing down. So left knee is bent, right leg is straight. We sink down in the hips. Lovely. Turn the left palm then to face up. Reach away with that left hand and take it up to the sky, bringing the right hand down to the back leg for reverse warrior. Reach up and you can take it over slightly. Big breath in. And then exhale, windmill the arms up and over. Step through to your plank. There's the option to take chaturanga and upward facing dog here. If you're not familiar with those, we'll carry on as we've done before. So take a breath in plank. Exhale down to the belly. Point the toes back. Inhale, lift the chest to cobra. Exhale, release. Up to downward facing dog. Lift the right leg for three-legged dog. Big breath in. Exhale as you step that right foot forwards. This time we're coming up into a high lunge. So if that foot didn't get as far as you want, use your hand and just shuffle it forwards. We're going to keep the left hand down on the ground, reach the right arm up into this twist. There's always the option to lower the back knee down if you need to. Then we'll lift up onto the tips of the fingers, press down through that front foot and see if you can rise up into this twist. So it's the same kind of shape as warrior two, but we've got the rotation through the upper body. Then try taking this hand down to the back leg, reach the left arm up to the sky, and we're in revolved reverse warrior. Bit of a mouthful. Take a breath in as you reach up. And then exhale, windmill the arms up and over. And this time just hop the back foot up to meet the front. And come into a forward fold, Uttanasana. This time not bending the knees quite so much. Bring the hands to the ground if they'll reach, or if not, just bring the hands onto the backs of the legs. And straighten the legs as much as you can, drawing your nose towards your shins. One more breath. If you listen very carefully, you might be able to hear my dog Penny snoring. She's over there. Okay, then let go with the hands, soften the knees, sweep the arms forwards and up to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, going straight back down, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway, bring the hands to the shins. Exhale to lower. Step the left foot back, turn the toes out to 90 degrees, coming up to warrior two. So take the arms up and over, right knee is bent, the left leg is straight, we spread out the fingers, sink down in the hips. Then turn the right palm to face up, reach away with that right hand, take it up to the sky for reverse warrior. Take your breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms up and over, and then step through to plank. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, release down to the belly. Toes point back, inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Back up to downward facing dog, one last time. Find your breath here. Then we'll send the left leg up for three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step that foot forwards, we're coming up into a lunge. So again, use your hand if you need to shuffle that foot forwards. Place the right hand down and reach the left arm up to the sky. Find this twist. Again, lower the back knee if you need to. Then lift up onto the tips of the fingers, press down through that front foot and see if you can rise up into this twist. Take the back hand down to the leg, reach the right arm up to the sky for your revolved reverse warrior. Take a breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms up and over and hop that back foot up to meet the front. Take your full expression of Uttanasana, forward fold, either with the hands on the backs of the legs or with the palms down on the ground. Draw the nose towards the shins, the crown of the head down towards the ground. Deepen your breath. And then soften the knees, sweep the arms forwards and up to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Nice. Then take your feet just a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Let the toes turn out slightly. And we'll keep the hands together at the heart for this. We're going to bend the knees, sinking down into Malasana, our yogi squat. So sink the bum down nice and low. You might find your knees click like-minded. If you need to, bring the fingertips down to the ground. But if you're okay with the hands at the heart, keep them here and use the elbows or the upper arms to press the knees wide as you lift the heart. If this isn't good for your hips or your knees, you can sit down, bring the soles of the feet together and open the knees wide for Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. Let your breathing slow down now as we cool down the body. And then bring the fingertips to the ground. Just walk the hands behind you, sit back, bring the soles of the feet together and take the knees wide. So we'll come into that cobbler's pose. Bring the hands to the ankles, lift up the heart, press the knees down, take a breath in, and then exhale to fold forwards. Either keeping the hands on the ankles, or if you prefer, you can just take the hands to rest on the ground in front of you. But let your head go now. Let the upper body just release over the legs. And take a long breath in for a count of 4. And let the breath out for a count of 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep that going. And slowly we'll begin to lift back up. Take the hands to the outer edges of the thighs and just bring the knees together. Just wrap the arms around the legs, give yourself a big hug and let your head release. Maybe resting either your forehead or your chin on your knees. Thank your body for all that it's done for you, both on the mat today and off. And we'll roll up the spine, go into a comfortable seated position. Bring the hands together at the heart to finish. We'll close with the word Namaste, which means the light and the life within me bows to the light and the life within you. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. Namaste.